Hey everybody, Steve here again. Okay, this is part two of how I do, or how I put together design, DigCom Designs trailers, okay? Now, let's go to this section here. Let's go to a main sheet. Let me find my pointer. And as you notice, all these trailers come with reefer units if they're designed for them, and the wind jammers or the flares for the bottom, okay? So when you get a PDF, it's got 1, 2, 3 trailers. It's got 3 sets of those and 3 reefer units. This is the latest design he had out, and that's just the unmarked series. It's just basically a brand spanking new 53 footer, no markings. Okay, fantastic. Everybody's got to have these. Okay, so here's the reefer unit. Now this one here, I'm trying to save a little time, so I went ahead and chopped this one out. Okay. Just make sure you do your scores where you need them, and then your cuts where you need them also, okay? So we're good here. Now, pre-fold everything. It's very crucial that you pre-fold it, okay? Make sure you got your folds in the right spot. At this time is when you can go back around and maneuver stuff around and stuff like that. Okay, I think we might accidentally be looking good on this one. And these needle nose sharp tweezers, best things I've ever bought. Next train show, go to that little metal place, get you a pair of them, a couple of dollars. You'll throw the rest of your tweezers away. Okay, now what I do on this bend right here, I go up in here with my tweezers to the point, and I just casually just work it around. Basically what I'm doing is soften the paper up. That's all I'm doing. I'm just making it real soft where it'll bend where and when I want it to. If you notice, I'm reversing directions, that way I get even bends, okay? Okay, let's commence to gluing this puppy and see what we get. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is glue the back to the back section right here. Okay. This is my super glue again, or my crazy glue. Make sure you get that straight and flush. Alrighty. George, I think we've got it. And if you notice, these bends automatically bend to where you need it. So from here, let's just go ahead and go to a top. If there's any maneuvering around, now's when you can do it, while you're lining up the top and the bottom piece. Okay? I'm going to lay this thing down. Make sure I get a good crease and good seal on it. Okay, so far so good. Now let's do this part here. If I get too much glue on there, I just wipe part of it off. Ain't no biggie. I've stuck myself to myself so many times it's unreal. Okay, now, by me scoring on the outside, I'm sure that you can see that crease, that big white spot right there. Okay, I just take my magic marker here, and I just go right around everything. It should be black. Ha! I am not going to do the top. Okay, we've got a reefer unit. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and put that puppy on there. Now, this is where I do things my way, okay? I'll take like a drill bit, I'll stick in here. And what that's doing is giving my little bit of glue something to stick to. What's top and what's bottom on these things? Now when you place it, make sure you get her straight, because it ain't going to take but a second for it to stick on there. Okay, that's close enough for right now. I have to do a little fine tuning. Okay, while I've got this part in my hand, kingpin, gotta have our kingpin. So I go back to my little drill bit, put it right there in the center, and I just drill. You can do this with a razor blade if you want to. And I go to a little bigger one. Okay. And then I take me a little dab of super glue, commence to put in there, and I stick me a piece of doohickey rod in there. I didn't get big enough. Right there, here we go. Get me a pole in there, basically. And I can just come back in here with my tweezers and snip off what I don't want, just like so. And that right there is perfect for a kingpin. Okay, now next section we're going to, let's try this out and see if it works. Look at there, look at there, outstanding. Okay, the wind deflectors. Showed you how they come. Now when you get them, cut them out, score where you're supposed to score, and then this is where my sharp long nose tweezers come in handy. Then you go ahead and bend that. You want this folded at a what is it, 45 or 90 or whatever. Anyway, fold it to an L shape. Daggone it. Okay. If y'all notice I'm shaking, I'm not used to being on these videos like this. It still bothers me a little bit. That, and I want to make sure I get it done to where Carlos is going to say, okay, you done good, thank you, all this, whatever. I'd hate for him to ban me from his products. I'd go crazy. Okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and make sure they're both angled good, cut where I want them, folded where I want them. Fantastic. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to he's got little diagrams here on the bottom. See this little white trail all the way down through there. Okay, I'm going to lay this down to do this. This is where I usually mess something up because I always get them straight. I've had some that stick 2 foot outside the trailer. Don't worry about getting them perfect up and down right now. We'll do that here in a minute. We'll go ahead and glue the other side in. If you notice, I ain't stingy with this super glue. I ain't afraid to put it on there, especially where I know it ain't going to be seen. Okay, make sure we get it right here. Alrighty. Now we can bend them, shape them, however we want to do it. Look at there. Looky there. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Ain't one thing missing on this thing. And that's going to the paint shop. It's going to be another long video. I know it. I hate these long ones. It takes 2 and 3 hours for me to download these cotton pickers. Okay, let's see here. I use these little sticks with the fuzzies on the end of them to paint with more than anything since I've got them. Now I'm going to tell you something. All this stuff down under here don't have to be perfect, because if you're going to weather it, make it look weathered. By missing spots, it looks like it's dirty, greasy, or whatever. Don't have to do kingpin, but I do. Okay, let's do the hard part now. These things are perfect for doing these wheels, and I'm shaking like a daggone Singer sewing machine. Got a little on the outside on that one. That's okay. After it dries, just take that little razor blade and just scrape it real lightly. Alright, we have wheels painted. Now I'm going to go back up under here and I'm just going to hit this top brace right here on the mud flaps. Give it just a little bit of style, a little class. Alright, we got to do our CDC bumpers. Look at that, there's that license plate. Ain't that thing cool? Okay, now do the back side in case somebody gets picky and wants to crawl up under it and look at it. Alright, what do y'all think so far? So far, so good. But that's how I do a DigCom Designs trailer. Containers the same way. You notice what I'm doing here? I'm wiping the lid off of the paint, cleaning that up very good. That way it does not stick and you don't have to do all that crap to get a pair of pliers and take it apart. Okay, that is it. One DigCom Designs trailer. See if we can zoom in over here. Get that. Fantastic. Up, work. Oh, hang on. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Very, very nice. And by the two videos together, it's just going to be less than a 30-minute project of what I just did. Look at that. Ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? Zoom out where we can see what we're doing. Okay. Hope that helps somebody out. But that's how I do it. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Bye.